submitted to Oracle Engine. Then Oracle Engine connects to the database, and from the database it verifies whether employee table is there or not. If employee table is existed, then it opens the employee table data in temporary memory area. In that temporary memory area, it will look for the condition matched results, that is salary greater than 5,000. So each and every record will be verified one by one. So if a record is satisfying the condition, then the record will send to the client, and the remaining records discarded. So for this kind of intermediate operations, Oracle Engine uses temporary memory area that is called as cursor. Okay, so let me write some description. It is a temporary memory area, memory used by Oracle Engine to perform intermediate calculations or intermediate operations. Okay. Generally, we are having two types of cursors. They are, first one is implicit cursor. Implicit cursors. What is meant by this implicit cursors? Till now we have executed so many queries, but we don't know about the cursor concept. Even though internally Oracle Engine is using the cursor area or not? Yes, it is using. Means we don't know what is happening internally, but Oracle Engine is using the temporary area. So for all SQL queries, there exist implicit cursors. Okay. Yeah. So generally these cursors, these can be managed by Oracle Engine itself. For all SQL queries. So then what is the advantage of these implicit cursors? By using the properties of implicit cursors, we can know how much data is affected by submitting a request. Suppose select so and so, so and so. You are select star from EMP where salary greater than 5,000. Then I want to save how many number of records are affected, how many number of records are going to be displayed. Generally, if you can execute the query, the condition satisfied records will be displayed, right? So, but in a program I am writing the query, and whatever the result, suppose 30 records are satisfying like that, then I want to save that value 30 number of employees are getting this salary. I want to display the message like that after some time. So how should I catch that value returned by the cursor property? So by using properties of the implicit cursors, we can perform some additional operations. What are they? First, look at properties. Properties, or also we can say attributes. So what are they? So for all SQL queries there exist implicit cursors. Okay. So SQL percent is open. What it will do? It returns true. Returns true if a table or file can be opened for processing. If a table or file is opened for processing. Next, SQL percent is open. Yeah, found. It returns true. It returns always three. Out of 4 properties are there. Out of 3 properties returns a boolean value, either true or false. Okay, it returns true if the required data found. Next is otherwise false. Okay, SQL percent not found. So here also it returns true if the required data not found. Okay, next property, SQL percent row count. It returns a integer value. It returns an integer value which represents number of records affected. Okay, these are the properties of implicit cursors. So these implicit cursors are managed by Oracle engine itself. We cannot touch those things. So we can use the properties and we can find out our required output. Yeah, how it is? Let me write a small program. Write a program to know. Write a program to transfer or otherwise to increment the salary 20% if an employee completed okay 2 years in the company. Okay, now so what are the variables we required? And yeah, here, and I want to display how many number of employees affected, or how many number of salaries affected, how many number of salaries affected. Yeah, so any 2 years in a company. Okay, any number of variables we require. Is there any required variables? Just we can verify so and so. Okay, declare. So later I can declare the variables. Begin. First, we have to write. What kind of statement here I have to write? Select. See here, not selecting. First of all, you have to update the salary of the employee with 20% increment, right? Yeah, go for update. What you are updating? EMP table. And yeah, sal equals to sal plus 0.20 into sal, right? Okay, where what is the condition? 2 years. Yeah, how can I specify the condition? Joined it. Can I say sys date? Not sys date. How can I calculate? So just there is a do you have any function like the difference between two dates? Yeah, see here, sys date. Okay, sorry, months underscore between between hmm, sys date minus join date, not minus, comma, sys date, comma, join date. What is the result of this function? Difference between two dates. If it is greater than or equal to 24, am I right? Yes, month means 12, 12, 24. Okay, greater than or equal to 24. Then you have to increment the salary of that employee with 20%. This is the query. Once you have finished this, now I want to display the messages like this. If I can found some employee has completed successfully 2 years, his salary is automatically incremented 20%. Like that, how many number of employees are affected? How many number of salaries are affected like that? If no employee is there who has completed 2 years, then you have to display a reasonable message. Yeah, see here, dbms underscore output dot. Yeah, before going to write this, if SQL percent found. Already I told you this kind of function attributes always returns either true or false. Then if it is true, then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line salaries updated successfully. Okay, first message. Next message is dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Yeah, number of employee salaries affected equal to SQL percent row count. Yeah, okay. Else, so dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. So number of employees, okay, no employee, his salary is updated. Employee salary is updated. Enough. End if. End the program. So no need to write any declare keywords. This is enough. Okay. So do you have any questions in this? Yeah, any other date type of functions also we can calculate. Here I am checking for the difference between the two dates. If the two dates, sys date is current day, am I right? Okay, current day and the old day, join date. Current date minus join date is equal to 24 or greater than 24, then it will verify the salary, and the salary can be updated with 20% increment. Generally we are having 4 functions are there. Month underscore between, to underscore date, and next underscore day, last underscore day. Only 4 functions are there. So no more other functions are not there. Okay. Next one. So here I am giving you an example, sample example. Write a program to display the number of employees transferred to display the number of employees transferred to branch branch B5 from the branch B1 and who are um, working as representatives. Yeah, here in a single table only you are doing this operation. Just you are transferring the employees who are working for branch 1, and if they are working as representatives, then you have to transfer them to the branch B5. Means you have to update the branch code of the employees working for B1 and who are working as representatives. You have to update the branch code as B5. And finally, you have to display how many number of employees are transferred. Okay. Now, and let us see next example. Write a program to display display number of employees who are working like Madhu, who are working like Madhu. So what kind of concepts we have to use here? Yeah, we have to use the self join, and parallelly we have to use the attribute SQL percent row count. Okay, so means like Madhu means first of all you have to catch Madhu's designation and compare the designation with all other designations. So if anybody is there who are working like Madhu, then you have to try to fetch it, then count it. Okay, next one. Yeah, so let me go for explicit cursors. So these are very important. Explicit cursors. So till now we have written so many SQL queries. By using SQL queries within a program, we cannot display or we cannot fetch multiple records, or we cannot